Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn, Lou, Seth, Geis, and John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Pretty pumped about this. Double
Yeah,
pumped.
it's been 7 months. So I've been looking forward to doing this review for 7 months. Pretty
Is that when
excited
they
about this
announced
one.
it?
That's when I smoked the original one at the trade show.
Oh, there was
Mm-hmm.
there was build up for this cigar.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And that cigar that they're referencing is the Alec Bradley Double Broadleaf Robusto.
two time.
Cigar is 5 inch by 50, comes out of the Tobacos de Orient factory in Honduras. Wrapper's Honduran broadleaf. Binder is also Honduran broadleaf, but also from a Nicaraguan leaf as well. So double binder, as Alec Bradley typically tends to do. Filler from Honduras and Nicaragua. Price point is $9.85, and this cigar was released in September of 2022. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Um, I've always felt like it was a bit of a miss for me.
Jim, why do you have
I
to
I
start it off
thought,
like that, man?
well, because
Fuck.
here's the thing. When I think about a classic band, I think about that Casa Magna band that we were just talking about.
What does
Mm.
that do with bands?
What does this have to do
Can't
with
smoke with bands.
that Alec Bradley's?
You don't like
It
the
has
orange
something to do with
band?
it. That's the
That's a
point.
good band.
You don't like that
Okay,
creamsicle
you're
orange?
right. You're right. No, this is a with that main band they've used
Yeah, this is the
many times,
experimental
right?
series they've
Look
used
at
on.
that. Look at the
Experimenters.
marbling on that wrapper, man. Can we
Yeah.
just talk about that
Yeah, I don't know
marbling?
whether I want to smoke it or eat it. You know what I
It
mean?
looks good.
Looks
My
good.
God, you guys, jeez. All right, anyways, back to me. The flavors I thought were very subtle, especially considering it's, broadleaf. Given I know it's, obviously Honduran broadleaf, but it was more subtleties than anything for me. I got light cream cedar, soil, some red pepper spice coming through. But I thought the body was right at medium, but for me, a typical like good broadleaf, it really has to hit that medium plus for me, right? Like that's kind of like one of my things about broadleaf. It needs that viscosity to really kind of pull it through. And certainly it should be. I shouldn't be talking about subtleties and flavors within a broadleaf either. So, with all that said, hope you all had a better experience. Go Niners.
All right, Seth, what was your experience like?
Um, Strong earth, mineral qualities. I found it very filling. There were dark chocolate notes, but it wasn't overly sweet. Black pepper, damp wood. It just was filling. I found it to be medium full to full. Um, it earthy, strong. Kind of kept that way going throughout. The chocolate notes were present, but it wasn't. I just it was not really sweet. Like I didn't find it to be overly sweet. It was like you were tasting the broadleaf. Um, but I enjoyed it. I didn't get the creamy aspects as much as June did, but yeah, really good cigar.
All right,
John?
John, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of broad run going on here. And I it's interesting to compare this to sort of Connecticut broadleaf because I think Connecticut broadleaf has a pretty different flavor profile. But as we always say about Honduran tobacco, it's either great or it's not. And this to me was quite good.
Not. Okay.
No, it's just quite good. Quite,
Hmm.
quite good. But I'll agree with June on the fact that it was a lot subtler than I was expecting. Started out sweet leather, tobacco, earth quality, like Seth was talking about, sort of a creamy spice combination in the post draw, but again, very pleasant light on the palate. I actually got some cotton candy in the retrohale at one point, and I was like, that's interesting. So like that sort of, toasted sugar, not quite creme brulee, but just that cotton candy spun sugar flavor. And I was like, wow, that's different. Medium strength black pepper, but kind of really driven by that creamy leather. And I think what was nice about it is, leather on a profile can be really overwhelming in the palate. That creaminess really balanced it out. A lot of creamy leather forward in the second third. A little bit of minerality developing, but in a good way. earth, kind of medium full, but offset a little bit by the creamy leather, and then kind of earth forward in the sort of last half, and then the last third kind of fell apart a little bit for me. Because it was kind of earth forward and then became spicy wood and then spicy wood leather, and that with that creaminess not there to anchor it, it really didn't kind of have that same complexity for me. Burn was perfect. Draw was slightly into the resistance spectrum, but overall this was a nice experience and one I was very much looking forward to. Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with toasted oak and a concentrated combination of black pepper and cinnamon. That spice combination later settled on black pepper, and then some earth joined a bit later. Second third saw the black pepper become dull and some mustiness joined in, and the final third saw the toast level increase and a vegetal note joined in as well. I thought the cigar had a nice start, had a pretty vibrant profile, but in the second third, the profile became muddled and kind of was average the rest of the way. I didn't have the best constructed cigar. It was pretty wavy. I had to do a few touch-ups to keep everything going well. The draw was also pretty snug, and the draw tool just did not help me relieve any of that tightness. So it was kind of tight the whole way. So, the cigar's cheap enough for me to want to come back to it, just to see if I can get a, better constructed version, how the experience was. But, at the moment, it's just a pass based on the experience I had with the construction and everything. So, all right, getting into the scores, both Seth and John gave it a 6.67. Jiunn gave it a 5.65, and I gave it a 5.5. So, Seth, how that 6.67 match up for you?
I mean, really well. I really enjoyed this, and I actually have wanted to smoke more of them. And I want to smoke different sizes throughout the line. I like the profile. I like when Alec Bradley delivers a blend like this with Honduran and Nicaraguan tobacco. It's really rich. It's filling. It may not be overly complex and showing it may not show a lot of like transitioning throughout, but it's a complex profile. I didn't have a great burn and draw. I've never really had great burn and draw with Alec Bradley blends, but if I really can get behind the flavor profile, then I really don't care.
Yeah.
And I know Pete Johnson's even said that with some of his stuff. It's just that it is what it is. I think they use a really thick tobacco, which has a lot of flavors. So both John and I giving it 6.67. I mean, that's double DP right there.
Double
That's
DP,
just
baby.
That's sexy.
Mhm.
So, John,
Valentine's double DP, baby. And what was the price point on these, Aaron?
$9.85 for the Robusto.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck.
$9.85. I mean, listen, it's under $10 and it's a good profile. This might actually be my new favorite Alec Bradley.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, Jiunn, 5.65.
Jeez. I'm going to see if I have any more in the humidors. I could send it to fanboy Seth and fanboy John over here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jiunn.
My 5.5 matches up well. I thought it was above average flavor profile, but the construction was a little down, so that kind of knocked things down. I like the first third, but after that, it just a little too muddled. I don't know if the touch-ups and stuff like that did anything, or the draw was just choking it out on the flavor profile or whatever, but just it didn't materialize for me, so it was unfortunate. Final thoughts from you guys on this one?
Please be two more from the experimental series.
There you go.
Oh, actually, this and a Corona Gorda would be lights out.
Are they what are the other Vitolas in this? Do we is there like
Toro
they're doing a
and
little Lonsdale? Sometimes they do a Lonsdale.
no, I think it's a Torona Gordo.
Let me look it up real quick.
This makes for exciting content right now.
Yeah, really, really exciting me looking this up. Chunk 4x60, Robusto, Toro, a Gordo, which is 6x60, and a Grand Corona, which is 7x46.
There we go.
Yeah, that might be. I might
That'll be a
have
fun
to. I might have
size.
to hit up the boys on that Grand Corona. Be like,
Yeah.
listen, come on,
That's
Grand
a good
Corona,
size.
let's do it.
But they need to drop at 4 ring gauge. Let's go 7x42.
Ooh, I don't know if you could. I don't know if that would burn.
What's the chunk 4x60?
4x60, yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
I bet you it smokes good though.
Yeah,
I bet you that
yeah.
chunk
Probably smokes
good.
like a Tatuaje, I bet. Mhm. Mhm.
We'll check it out.
We'll check it out.
Yeah,
we'll raid the
We'll do
booth.
it.
We'll raid the booth at TPE maybe.
Hell
Let's see
yeah.
what happens. All right. Wherever you're watching this video, be sure to like and subscribe, but check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Roger.